Hello everyone, welcome to today's video. Now today I'm going to be talking about the Nashville Super Speedway weekend for Trucks, Xfinity, and the Cup Series. This will also be, well, this was also the first race for the NBC side for Cup and Xfinity Series. FS1 or Fox will continue to cover the Truck Series races. So, before we get into Nashville results, let's actually talk about Chicago. Yes, the street course, Chicago, which is going to be very, very exciting. Very excited for it. I think it's going to be a phenomenal event. It just kind of depends on what's going to happen next year because of all the political stuff. But it'll be here in 2023, so at least we get to see how a NASCAR will handle a street course. So, first we ignore Friday, June 30th, because that's just garage hours. Saturday, July 1st, there'll be practice first for the Xfinity Series at 11 a.m. and qualifying, which will start at noon. Both will be on USA and Peacock. Practice qualifying as well, once again, for the Cup Series, 1:30 p.m. for practice. Qualifying also at 2:30 p.m. Practice will be on USA and Peacock, while qualifying that'll be on USA, Peacock, MRN, and Sirius XM. And the Xfinity Series also at 5 p.m. Eastern Time for the running of the Loop 121. That'll be on USA, Peacock, MRN, and Sirius XM. And then the next day on Sunday, July 2nd, 5:30 p.m. will be the Cup Series race for the running of the Grant Park 220. That'll be on NBC, Peacock, MRN, and Sirius XM. Actually, I'm pretty sure it's NBC Sports. Yeah, streaming on NBC Sports, not Peacock. NBC Sports, I mean, for all these, not Peacock. But either way, let's now move over now to the Truck Series results. And the winner at Nashville for the Truck Series is Carson Hocevar. There we go. Zane Smith, Nick Sanchez, Corey Heim, Bailey Curry, Chase Purdy, Matt Benedetto, Tyler Ankrum, Ben Rhodes, and Jake Garcia round out the top 10. Then we got Tanner Gray, Jake Drew, Granite Finger, Taylor Gray, and Matt Kraft round out the top 15. One thing I will quickly mention is that I'm pretty sure one of the cautions, someone's phone was on the track, which was pretty weird. And I'm pretty sure that's also the first time it's happened, so yeah, it's the first time, I guess I'll say. And the other one I want to talk about is Hailie Deegan and Lawrence Allen. I swear, every single time, these two drivers always find each other. Because obviously, I remember, I'm pretty sure, what was it, like last year in Martinsville, pretty sure, they had an argument. And then I'm pretty sure 3 times this year, they collided. And it's inclusive, well, today, as I'm pretty sure Hailie got loose down in the apron, got up to Lawrence Allen, and Allen had to, well, I'm pretty sure was the first driver to retire. And that was like really early on. I'm pretty sure it was like lap 15, I'm pretty sure. So that was like early on. So yeah, it's not great as well for both of those drivers. Especially Hailie Deegan, who's obviously part of ThorSport Racing Equipment. As well Lawrence Allen as well. I'm pretty sure this is his second time in the Truck Series for Nice Motorsports, so you can imagine of how much pressure he's currently on, and trying to live up to expectations with like how Carson Hocevar did, winning in this race, and Bailey Curry getting a top 5 and basically been running inside of the top 10 and 5 for the entire race. I do hope that Curry actually is in that truck full time, but I highly doubt it. He will, sadly. But hopefully he'll be in a truck full time, because he's actually really good in the Truck Series. Xfinity Series not really, but the Truck Series he's really good. He can definitely capitalize on the equipment that he has, which I'm pretty happy about. But it's really overly what happened. There was a late caution. I'm pretty sure Stuart Friesen spun out and collected Christian Eckers in the front stretch. So yeah, it was a pretty good race. I'll be honest. I think it was pretty good. So yeah, I'm pretty happy about this race. One driver failed to qualify as well, that being Trey Hutchins III. Now for the other drivers outside of the top 15, there's Stuart Friesen. I'm pretty sure he spun out twice as well in this race. Obviously finished out in 18th. Who else? Christian Eckers also, he was part of that accident with Friesen. Hailie Deegan, she was lapped down. She finished 28th. And Lawrence Allen down in 36th place after the collision with Hailie Deegan. Roger Cruz also had a pretty fast truck, but then I'm pretty sure had some damage. So yeah, pretty bad luck for Roger Cruz. Let's now move over now to the Xfinity Series results. And the winner of the Xfinity Series race at Nashville is AJ Allmendinger. There we got Riley Herb, Sam Mayer, Austin Hill, Josh Berry, Jonathan Nemechek, Zane Smith, Daniel Hemrick, Cole Custer, Parker Retzlaff ran out the top 10. Then we got Parker Kligerman, Chandler Smith, Jeff Burton, Brent Moffitt, and Justin Allgaier ran out the top 15. Three drivers for to qualify, that being Sage Karen for Alpha Prime Racing, Chad Finchin for MBM Motorsports, and Dawson Krem for CHA Racing. There we go. This race was a bit of a demolition derby. There was three sizable multi-car wrecks. The first one was obviously at the start of the race. The second one was in the middle, and the third one was the last one on the final lap. I'm pretty sure last lap coming to the finish. The one that I want to talk about is, I'm pretty sure it is the one in the middle, and it is basically the leaders wrecking. So I'm pretty sure, so what happened, I'm pretty sure entering turn 2, Austin Hill got loose and hit up Ty Gibbs, and that caused basically a multi-car wreck. Many drivers were probably like when involved, obviously the main one was Ty Gibbs, as he was obviously in the lead. Started on pole position as well. I'm pretty sure he led most of the laps, if not might be Chandler Smith, I don't know, but he was definitely a contender of winning the race. He had a very fast car. It's just unlucky circumstances, I guess. And even though I'm pretty sure saw someone on Twitter that it was intentional. I don't think it was intentional. I think he just got loose, and then got up to Ty Gibbs, which is pretty unlucky there. But I hope that Ty Gibbs actually does win the Cup Series. Come before you qualify though. But I mean, when this video's out, you'll probably find out how Ty Gibbs did. But yeah, pretty unlucky for Ty Gibbs. Another driver who also had a bit of an interesting day was Justin Allgaier, who basically was caught up in two different wrecks. The first one was on the first lap, pretty early on, and the second one was in the final wreck. I'm pretty sure. Luckily he was in the middle one, so he was part of 2 out of 3 wrecks in this race. But all in all, pretty good race. But yeah, just like I said, a bit of a demolition derby. But hey, it's all right though. And AJ Allmendinger, I'm pretty sure this is also his first Xfinity Series win this year, and his first one was since sometime last year, I'm pretty sure. So luckily Allmendinger is back in victory lane, and yeah, so that's all I really have to say for the Xfinity Series, and really hopes he also gets a second place finish with a new crew chief, I'm pretty sure. So Herbs did well. Zane Smith as well, I'm pretty sure in his first start for RSS Racing, he did really well in 7th place. I hope he gets an Xfinity Series ride next year, hopefully. Park Kligerman, shout out to him as well for having a nice save as well. I'm pretty sure exiting turn 4. And that's all I really have to say, really. So let's have a look at the other finishes outside of the top 20. So top 15, sorry, not top 20. Well, there we go. So, nothing really else I should really talk about. I mean, the Sammy Smith, I'm pretty sure was part of the accident in the middle. If not, I'm pretty sure something in the middle, maybe spun out. I can't really remember there. Carson Ricebach, he was part of the wreck with Ty Gibbs. And Stephen Parsons, he was out straight away, not even past lap 1. So, unlucky there for Stephen Parsons. And with that out of the way, let's now talk about the Cup Series results. And the winner at Nashville Super Speedway for the Cup Series is Ross Chastain. There we go. Martin Truex Jr., Denny Hamlin, Chase Elliott, Kyle Larson, William Byron, Christopher Bell, Eric Jones. Pretty sure this is also Eric Jones' first top 10 this season. Might be wrong. Kyle Busch and AJ Allmendinger ran out the top 10. Then we got Brad Keselowski, Daniel Suarez, Austin Dillon, Ty Gibbs, and Bob Wallace ran out the top 15. I guess the first talk about Ross Chastain. Obviously, he got Trackhouse's first pole position, and also and I'm pretty sure his first pole position as well. And he converted that to a win, which is a good sign. Finally, Ross Chastain wins this year in 2023. It took him basically half of the 2023 season to finally get himself a win. But hey, luckily he's in now via points. Well, sorry, via the win. So at least that's a good sign. The second thing I wanted to talk about is Ryan Blaney. Now, you don't see him in the top 15, but that's just because that he crashed out. I think on a restart, everyone stacked up, got turned by Kyle Busch. on the front stretch and found and hit the inside wall. But the problem with that inside wall was that it was concrete. It was not a safer barrier, unlike some other tracks in the NASCAR series that has safer barriers. This one was just hard, pure concrete, and apparently that was, I'm pretty sure that was also the hardest hit he's ever had in his career, and he would not mind paying as well to get safer barriers around the track. It makes sense. Obviously, makes sense why they should have safer barriers. I don't know why they didn't have safer barriers in the first place. That was quite stupid. And luckily as well, Blaney didn't spin into pit road. That would have been a horrifying accident. So luckily he only hit. Luckily he didn't hit the pit road, but still pretty scary wreck for Ryan Blaney. And I do hope that Nashville does put safer barriers on the inside of the track. There's already safer barriers on the outside, but I think we need some more safer barriers, especially on the inside. If like, you know, we don't want a repeat of Kyle Busch in the Xfinity Series. I'm pretty sure it was like 2015 when he broke his leg. NASCAR definitely does not want a repeat of that. So luckily Blaney came out unscathed, but still a pretty scary wreck either way. Let's now have a look at the other finishes outside of the top 15. There's Alex Bowman, obviously running in the Ally, and obviously this was sponsored by Ally, so it makes sense. Well, ones are there. Nothing really else. Tyler Reddick, pretty sure he spun out sometime. Oh, somewhere. I'm pretty sure he spun out. I think Suarez. I forgot to mention Suarez. I'm pretty sure he spun out. I'm pretty sure like after the race, I think. And down last place, Ryan Blaney, the only driver to DNF from this race. So pretty bad accident there, but luckily he is obviously okay. Let's now have a look at the Truck Series standings. So here are the standings for the Truck Series. Obviously Corey Heim, he's still in the lead, only lead by 16 points over Zane Smith. And we got Grant Enfinger, Ty Majeski, Ben Rose, Christian Eckes, Carson Hocevar, obviously our most recent winner, Matt DiBenedetto, Matt Crafton, and Nicholas Sanchez ran into top 10. Then we got Stuart Friesen, Tanner Gray, Chase Purdy, Jake Garcia, Tyler Anker, Roger Carew, Daniel Dye, Haley Deegan, Taylor Gray, and Kobe Howard ran out of top 20. Here in the playoffs, absolutely no changes here. Hocevar gets a second win of the season. Obviously behind the other winners, obviously the six other winners. In 7th place, Ty Majeski plus 86 above the cut line. Then in 8th place, Nicholas Sanchez plus 6 above the cut line. Matt DiBenedetto plus 14 above the cut line, and Matt Crafton plus 10 above the cut line. The closest drivers, plural, are Stuart Friesen and Tanner Gray, both of them with -6 below the cut line. Let's now move over now to the Xfinity Series standings. For the Xfinity Series standings, John Hunter Nemechek is now 9 points in front of Austin Hill. And then we got Justin Allgaier, Cole Custer, Josh Berry, Chandler Smith, Sheldon Creed, Sam Mayer, Riley Herbst, and Daniel Hemrick ran out the top 10. Then we got Sammy Smith, Parker Kligerman, Jeb Burton, Brennan Jones, Brett Moffat, Ryan Sieg, Parker Retzlaff, Kaz Gralla, Jeremy Clements, and Anthony Alfredo ran out the top 20. Here's what the playoff standings look like. Obviously, the winners, Nemechek, Austin Hill, Allgaier, Custer, Chandler Smith, all of them are in. The next in 6th place, Josh Berry, plus 99 above the cut line. Then got Jeb Burton, Sheldon Creed, plus 73 above the cut line. And Sammy Smith and Sam Mayer, plus 58 above the cut line. Riley Herbst, plus 45 above the cut line. And Daniel Hemrick, plus 28 above the cut line. The closest driver is currently Parker Kligerman, outside of the playoffs, -28 below the cut line. Let's now have a look at the Cup Series standings. So here are the standings for the Cup Series. Martin Truex is still in the lead in a tie for 2nd place between William Byron and Ross Chastain, both of them 18 points behind Truex. Then we got Christopher Bell, Kyle Busch, Kevin Harvick, Denny Hamlin, Ryan Blaney, Kyle Larson, and Joe Logano ran out the top 10. Then we got Brad Keselowski, Chris Buescher, Tyler Reddick, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., Bob Wallace, Daniel Suarez, Alex Bowman, Ty Gibbs, AJ Allmendinger, and Michael McDowell ran out the top 20. Playoffs now, obviously Chastain, he locks himself into the playoffs. So down in 11th place is where we see the first driver who is in via points, obviously behind Byron, Truex, Busch, Chastain, Larson, Hamlin, Bell, Blaney, Logano, Reddick. Kevin Harvick, plus 164 above the cut line. I made a video of it about his replacement, so you can go check that out. And then behind Ricky Stenhouse Jr., we have Brad Keselowski plus 99 above the cut line, Chris Buescher plus 98 above the cut line, Bob Wallace plus 30 above the cut line, and Daniel Suarez plus 2 above the cut line. The closest driver is currently Alex Bowman, minus 2 below the cut line. So just a reminder that next week's race will be the Chicago Street Circuit for the Cup and the Xfinity Series. So that's really about it for me. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Catch you guys next time in the next one. Goodbye.